Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Executive Order 10. Governors protest to Aso Rock. Insist delay glazing. State governors opposing the implementation of the controversial Executive Order 10 squeezed a promise from President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday to delay the glazing of the new rule. The Whistler calls that Buhari has signed the order to give effect to the provision of Section 121 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The amendment, which was passed by the 8th National Assembly, granted full financial autonomy to state legislatures and to the state judiciaries, meaning that the two arms of government will withdraw funds directly from the Consolidation Revenue Fund of their states as against going cap in hand to survive so whatsoever the executive offers to them by the government or governors of the state. However, many months after Buhari apprehended his signature to the Constitution Amendment, the state failed to implement it. The Whistler observed that the attitude of the states forced Buhari recently to issue the executive flat to give effect to the law. By its provision, the order empowers the Accountant General of the Federation to deduce directly the share of the legislations and judiciary from the allocation due to the state from the federal government account and hand it over to the two arms of government. This the governors are not happy with and are kicking against, saying it will make things not to go in order. But with this law, it means the two arms of legislation are free and can speak fairly without fear or favor that they will not be paid or funded as they should, as the allocations has been awarded alongside the state allocation. This will give them financial freedom, and as such, they would not need the government before they carry out their activities as agencies, government arms of agencies. But the governors has kicked against the order, saying that it encroaches their independence by preserving certain powers and contained in the Constitution itself, that they will be too liberal and things will be rancor in the state. The Whistler gathered that on Monday meeting was convened primarily to get commitment from Buhari to delay the glazer of Order 10. Buhari's chief of staff, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, met with the governors on behalf of his principal at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The governors who represented their colleagues were the chairman of the National Governor Forum, Governor of Ekiti State, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, chairman of the People Democratic Party Governors Forum, Governor of Sokoto State, Mr. Ahmud Tabuwa, and chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum and Governor of Kebbi State, Mr. Abubakar Atiku Badegun. On the presidential team were Gambari, Attorney General of the Federation, and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami, Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed. Speaking with State House correspondents after the meeting, Fayemi confirmed that the governors extracted a promise from the president to delay the glazing of the order, pending when the state will work out modalities for its seamless implementation. Fayemi spoke further. We have delegations of the Governors Forum here to discuss some matters of fundamental importance to the nation, and the president has asked that we meet with the Attorney General, the Chief of Staff, and the Minister of Finance, Planning and Budget on the issue. It is an issue that has seized the interest of many of you in the media and a lot of people in the Federation. It is about the autonomy of state legislators and the judiciaries, and we have met with the president before now on it, and the president was very pleased that for us as governors, we are all united in support of the autonomy of state judiciary and legislations. That is the position of the 36 governors of the Federation. What is at issue on the constitution of the modalities of what has been put in the executive order, and the president was gracious enough to say, okay, give your consign about that. We will delay the glazler of the order and allow you to meet with the Attorney General and the Minister of Finance to work out the modalities. Fayemi added that the meeting has also held with sparks of State's House of Assembly to resolve their issue on the implementation of order meant for the state and the system. Hello, my people. So we are back. You've gotten the news. So we've been reporting you and keeping you informed with all that has been going on with regards to this news. So President Muhammadu Buhari wants to make the judiciary system as well as the legislative system independent of the governors. So what happens is, if there is a case, say for instance, the governor of a state has been found fraudulent and there is a case on him, the judiciary system are handicapped to speak the truth. Why? Bele go run, bele go hunger. You know, it means that they might be delayed. They might not be paid for as much as 12 months, some 24 months, yes, as long as that 2 years. And so you see lawyers wearing coats that are very old, you know, burnt by sun, you know, because they are dependent. Their money is directly dependent on the state. So they cannot do anything without the state giving them any form of financial freedom. And as a result, wanting to make the state independent of the governors, because the money for these people, yes, comes with the allocation of the state allocation. But the governors do not want this. They want to still be in charge, be the ones to pay the legislators, the judiciary system, so that they are not independent. What they said, if they allow them to be independent, now there'll be rancor and there'll be no orderliness anymore in the states. They said they can be connived, they can be ganged up against. Take, for instance, there is an aggravated group who are not happy with the governors and wants to impeach them. This will make it very easy. Especially whoever is in charge of the judiciary system is not, you know, in alignment with the governor. You know, they can take their own cue from Abuja, and this will make the state not to be in order according to the governors. So they are seeking that Buhari delays this bill he wants to pass into order that will be implemented in every state. The judiciary system will be free from the governors of the state, and their funds, their money, their allocation will come directly from the Accountant General Office of the Federation. So they are totally independent of the governors of the state. However, the governors of the state are not happy with this at all. They are kicking against it. And yesterday they were in protest, you know, with their representative going to Abuja to say, no, we are not happy. Don't pass this into law. And even if you're going to pass it into law, there has to be modalities. They want to have some form of control over the judiciary system and the legislative system. Remember that these are the two systems that governs a nation, that puts a government, a nation in check. Take, for instance, the governor's president has been found to, you know, do some abnormalities. These people can come together, can impeach, can take them to court, you know. But before now, these are democratic systems that should be in place, that are in place in like places of America, the United Kingdom, Canada, you know, place of developed democracy. But Nigeria, we say we are in a democratic environment, but truly and really, there is still a military era where people want to rule and control others without letting them go. They want to still have that power over them. You know, the power of autonomy will allow the judiciary and the legislative system to be financially independent, so they can speak. Their mouth will no longer be closed. They can be able to legislate and, you know, look into the affairs of the governors of the states. But their question is, why is Buhari not starting it from the presidency, giving the Senate, the House of Representatives, the same power that is given to the same equality power from Senate, House of Representatives, and the federal level, the same thing is, it is now the legislative and the judiciary arm in the state level. So they say, why did Buhari not start it from the federal government? Because he wants to control states and he wants to implement his own law and order. Anyway, they spoke yesterday and then they said the Buhari told them to look at the modalities of what they want and to be considered before it is passed into law. So this is what is going on. The governors are kicking against it, and Buhari is for it. We'll keep you informed as the days come by. Please don't forget to like us, share, subscribe, click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Thank you very much and God bless. Bye for now.